are. We live? I think we're live. We're trying something new tonight. We are trying something new tonight for the return of TMI Tuesdays. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I've taken some time off because this month has been a really long year so far. And so I'm finally back, at least for tonight anyways. I'm looking forward to what we're talking about. We've had a lot. I haven't been back since we had playoffs. The playoffs are over with. We're in the Super Bowl now, but I'm ready. I'm ready to have the conversations, and thank you all for everybody in the comments, and we will be right back. Hello. Welcome back. Thank you. We're trying a new system now here with the intro and the music and stuff and the algorithms and the YouTube and the pain in the rear that it's all being is why we're making the change. But we're back. We are back. We're ready to go. What's up, everybody? What's up, all the haters? What's up, all the supporters? Because I see both tonight. Happy to be here. Let's see, tomorrow's the last day of the year or the month. I mean, supposedly with how long it's been, but a lot of good football that's been played since I've been on last. Got a lot of good football. We've been having some good basketball. Let's see, those are probably the two sports I paid most attention to, but I'm really happy to see, how the teams are doing now and hopefully Miami can get in a good rhythm with the trades they just made. How well is Milwaukee going to do with their new head coach? Man, Milwaukee is crazy. Like, just firing head coaches left and right. It's like, being a head coach it's got to be a really, really tough job. And, yeah, those were some really good games this weekend. So it was the Niners and the Lions, and then the Ravens and the Patrick Mahomes, right? Six AFC championships in a row. 6. That's crazy. That is insane. 6 in a row. Like, not even Brady did that. It's like first we get Brady, who does all the stuff we've never seen before, and then Patrick Mahomes' cousin and does this stuff we never seen before. It's like, is this how it's going to be? Are we always going to have this super shining star in the NFL? Like, out of the past, like, let's say 30 years. Definitely Brady and now Mahomes. But who else was as could be considered successful as Brady? What? I don't know. Maybe Peyton Manning would be closest. But it's Brady, and now Patrick Mahomes is catching up quick. I'm so like, it's so crazy to watch that guy play football. How like, man, those games were insane. Those catches that the players were making, and like in the turnovers, and the Lions fighting hard. And rest in peace to my grandfather. He passed away. It was the day after the national championship. So the Lions won in that same week because it was after that Monday. So it was in the same week that the Lions won that first playoff game and then went to go play the Buccaneers in the next game. So that win was for him. And it was really nice to have that. And like, it's so interesting how they have that win all these years later that, you know, have not winning or not meeting anything since like 1957 or whatever. So that was really cool to be able to have that. And then Eminem interacting with the crowd. I mean, like, we've never seen Eminem react with a crowd before. Really, that's never happened before. And that's what's really interesting about sports is that so many of us are such a fan of it that we're willing to go, because Eminem, that's definitely, I don't believe that was Eminem's comfort zone, was being out there being out there where people could see him like that and talk to him and make videos. That's not his comfort zone. But football brought him to it. Sports brought him to it. That's why sports brought us together, because we love it so much. And that's what's so great about what we have, is that it's so great in itself. And, you know, I like to touch in on that. Almost every episode I like to say something like that, because it brings us, you know, it helps us through hard times. You know, like I've been through a lot this month. That's why I haven't been on here. I've been going through a lot. And regardless of what's happened with my grandfather, I've just been going through a lot this year. And I haven't been on here. But what I've had is music and sports. And my career. You know, I have those to hold on to when I'm going through tough times. And hopefully we provide that to y'all as well. This show, the producers of this show, whether it's Captain, whether it's Color, whether it's Shake Money, Lewis, Crypto, we got HB, you know, everyone's putting in work, and we're happy to be here. And don't worry, Michael K. I'm gonna get to you. Don't worry. And actually, like it's been a while since I seen that picture of Cap with the Bills jersey on. When I saw the comments earlier, I thought that was Cap talking. I'm like, what is this dude talking about? And I realized it was Michael K. And I'm like, oh, it's Michael K. Because I know he's excited to be on here, dude. I know he's ready. As soon as he saw the TMI, as soon as he saw it, he's like, oh my God, I can't wait to get on there. You know, you remind me of Michael K. Every time I go to West Palm, every time I go to my cousin's house, their neighbor across the street, I mean, he probably has the Fox, what is it, Fox News? What's that channel? Is it Fox News? He probably has the app. He's got the TV shirt. He's got the subscription, because every time I'm in my cousin's house, the dude runs over and he always has a question about Seattle. Did you see the protest? Did you see the protest? That's what Michael K is like. He's like, did you see the TMI? Did you see my comment? Did you see the protest in my comment? So I'm like, no, dude. I've never seen a protest in Seattle ever. And I was like, matter of fact, please only continue to watch Fox News, and please only continue to listen to what you see on TV. And don't ask me nothing significant. Just ask me if I know, just seen it, not if I've witnessed it. Just ask if I've seen it, right? Anyways, this is a really good show. We got almost 6,000 subscribers now. I'm not sure exactly. I know we're getting close. And it's awesome because I mean, what sports we got coming up? Because oh man, this really hurt. Okay, I'll be right back. I can't find it. I'll get it for next time. Where's my? I have the little towel from the Seattle Dragons, the first XFL team. And then we had the Seattle T.F.T.G was the second XFL team. Well, guess what? There's not going to be a third XFL team because when they merged with USFL, we lost a team. One of the 4 teams that were in the playoffs, we lost the team. It's gone. 2-time ticket holder right here. Season ticket holder, gone. How are you going to – this city – this is ridiculous. We've lost the Seattle Sonics, and now we lost the Sea Dragons. And what's really cool about the Sea Dragons was since it was like a new team and a new league, the fans that went there had all different types of jerseys and stuff on. And you don't really see that much here in Seattle. A lot of the fans that go to the games are either fans of the team that's playing or fans of the team that's playing there that day. There's not a lot of in between, but the XFL game, there was a lot of in between. From what I understand, it was probably because it was a new league and a new team. So, like, you get people that they haven't been a fan of this team for the past 30 years. It's not in there, so like, it was just a different feeling, and it was really, really interesting. So, even though we lost the team, it was still nice that I got to be able to have that because I got to go. I had season tickets the 2020 season, and then the only other season we had here was when Papa was living with me. So I took him to 2 games, might have been 3. So that's really cool that I got to do that, and now neither of them exist anymore. So, like, I only had one opportunity to do that with him. I did it, and that opportunity is gone now. So, and that's one of the things I wanted to talk to y'all tonight about. When I had the opportunity to do the things with my grandfather that I did more. I tried to do more, and the more I did, it inspired me to do more because of how much fun I had. And who he was to me and what he did for me is immeasurable. To me, it's immeasurable because of the impact it had on me. So when I had the opportunity to show him how much that meant to me and show him how much he meant to me, I did a lot. And I hope it motivates people to do the same thing. If you have someone in your life that has helped you tremendously, always been there for you, show them how much you care. Show them. Don't just tell them, show them. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter the gesture itself. Because now that I have all of that, all these videos, all these places I took him, all these pictures, I have that in, like, now that he's gone, I miss him, but like I have so much to hold on to, so much to look at, so much to review again, because a lot of the videos and stories and stuff I made, I didn't watch them and I didn't release them. I just made the videos and left them in my phone. Now I have like all this new content I have to use. And this coincides well with something I learned on my own and from counseling. Take a sip of this caffeine-free Diet Coke. Because I'm already wired, right? I don't need no more caffeine. I don't need no sugar or no caffeine. You feel me? Dang, I almost forgot what I was saying. Um, when I was my example here where I made all of those videos and didn't release them, I kind of almost forgot about what I made. And now I have like this plethora of material that I can do whatever I want with. So it's like a bonus. And this is what I'm trying to get at, is that what I learned in life and through counseling was that when you start to do things that are really, really good for you, doesn't matter what it is, whether it's cleaning your house more or working more or doing something with your kids more or your family more, anything positive, if you really, really put hard work into something that is really good for you, there's going to be things that happen that are good for you, but only because you're already focused on doing something really, really good for you. So this stuff that's going to come won't come unless you do that. And I have firsthand knowledge that that is something that is true and actual, because it's happened to me many times. In my cell phone, having all those videos of my papa is exactly what I'm talking about, because I just filmed and filmed and filmed and filmed. And I forgot how much I filmed, and now I have it. So me trying to go out and make all these memories with him and do all the stuff with him was great at the time. And it gave me a lot, but I got even more because of what I was trying to do. That's my point. And I want, like, the people who molded me the most in my life is my mom and my grandfather. And I've had some other family members, cousins, uncles, friends, but it was mostly them two. And that's why it says rest in peace, Holly Jean. And forever, I might put Papa Spoon on there, but Holly Jean is a little bit more important for me to promote that. That's why I do so much to promote those people and do that for them, because of the impact, what they did for me. What they did for me, it was entirely important for me to show them how much it meant to me, what they did. And I didn't get to do a lot of that with my mom before she passed. There was reasons. I was young. I was a lot younger than I am now. And I was just dealing with a lot of my own problems. So I just didn't fully get to understand that yet. And once I did, I made sure I never felt that way again. And that's one of the reasons I did so much with my grandfather, because I didn't have the opportunity to do it with my mom. And when you reflect on things like that and you make decisions and make changes, it really can have an impact. And I hope that people who are a fan of my show want to hear stuff like this, want to like improve, want to learn. And even if you don't, you're going to if you listen to me. So there's that too. But yeah, it's just been a long ride. And I sorry to go on a tangent, but I'd rather just tell you, I'd rather just let y'all know than not. You know what I mean? Because if y'all are going to listen to my content, watch my show, I want y'all to know how I feel. I want y'all to know what's going on. You don't need to know me too personally, but I want y'all to feel like you know me. Like, hey, I believe what he's saying. I understand that. I can imagine that for myself, or I've even witnessed that. That's what I want. And I want you to learn, and I want you to have a good time, because sports is amazing. And who's the best two teams in basketball right now? We got Golden State Warriors, Denver Nuggets. The Celtics are doing really good. Heat should be catching up soon. You don't know how Milwaukee's going to go. Hopefully things in San Antonio will turn around, because I want to see Greg Popovich accomplish another feat with with his current team with Wembanyama. Wouldn't it be amazing to see him develop another player again? That would be insane. That would be absolutely insane. And it's so in like back over to the NFL. Is this head coach of the Patriots, Bill? Why can't I remember his last name? I can't remember his last name. Sorry. Head coach of the Patriots, Bill. Come on, someone tell me. Why hasn't he got a job yet? Is it because of his record after Brady left? Isn't that the most craziest? His record after Brady left is so interesting because of the record Brady had after he left. Look at the records they each had. They pretty much played, right? Because so Belichick had one more season longer than Brady, where he was actually a head coach. And his record is not looking good. But it's so interesting. Is like, how much did Brady have to do with his success? And people say that he developed Tom Brady. I mean, was Tom Brady ready to go? I mean, how like it's I think it's one of the most intriguing stories I've ever seen in sports. Like, it's like you can't. It's hard. You can't say that he's not a great head coach. You can't say it. But now it's getting harder to say of how much he had to do with winning compared to Brady. It's like crazy to think, like even think that. But I don't know. Maybe that's the way it is. Would Andy Reid have this much success without Patrick Mahomes? I mean, he took the Eagles to the Super Bowl with Donovan McNabb. They didn't win, and then I don't think they made it. Did they make it like one other time, or they made it to a playoffs maybe a couple, but that was it. He was like a coach that could get you there, but like it seemed like he could never get over the hump, and then he goes to Kansas City, get Patrick Mahomes, and I mean, they're even saying that Mahomes revived his career. But maybe it's just maybe that some coaches they can only like it's just like it's kind of like when I used to be a math tutor. Some people would come only to me because I helped them the best. They understood me well. And then some people I could not there wasn't very many, but there was some that I just really had a really, really hard time to work with no matter what I did. That's got to be something that football athletes and coaches have to deal with. There's got to be that. So maybe it's that some players and coaches bond so well that they can really make it happen, and then some don't. But, man, to do what Patrick Mahomes has done is crazy. It's like he makes it look so good. It makes it look so easy. I mean, just what he does. But is it the offensive line? I'm thinking, in this new age of football, I think it's the offensive line that really, really matters the most as far as the most significant aspect of the NFL. Because if your quarterback is doing good, then you can do really good. If he doesn't throw a lot of, if he can, like, gosh, the catches that they were making, oh my gosh, triple coverage and stuff. Oh my gosh, these athletes, these playoff games this season were so badass, man. They were such good games. Those two games on Sunday were, oh man, they were incredible. They were incredible games. And the lines were down and they came back and it's like, and then if the Lions head coach wouldn't have went for fourth and would have kicked the field goal, maybe they would have went into overtime and they might have won. I don't know. And like Dan Campbell, he was sticking to himself. He was like, I believe in my team. I believe we can do it. And they couldn't do it. I see, I'm like halfway between whether he should have went for it and whether he should have went for the field goal. I don't know. I don't know if I would have. I might have chose the field goal actually, but that had been a tough decision. But I mean, to take that team as far as he took them, that's great. I want to see all the teams win. I want to see all the teams do good. I might want to see the Bucks and Dolphins win more, but and how are the Dolphins going to do next season? What were the things that prevented them from winning the most? What was it? Was it defense? Was it turnovers? Was it too much partying in the end zone? You know what I mean? We need to get rid of that, definitely. We can have our touchdown things, but we don't need 10 guys dancing in the end zone. Okay? We don't need that, because where did it get us? Did it get us to the second round? No. Come on, Miami. They have a song. What is the song? What is the song where it says Miami broke my heart? Was it Tim McGraw? But I thought there was like another actual song though, because they had the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins. But they had another one was like they broke my heart. I think maybe that was just the Tim McGraw song, but still doing it. Still doing it.
I'm such a baby. Yes, the Dolphins make me cry. That's not Tim McGraw. That's Hootie and the Blowfish.
Don't break my heart. Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah, Billy Ray Cyrus is. Billy Ray Cyrus. Yeah.
Yeah, I know my shit. I know my music. I know my podcasting. I know my sports. I know my science. So, NCAA men's tournament. I think the Sweet 16 is going to be here in Seattle. I need to look up tickets for that. That's going to be cool. I went last year to the women's Sweet 16. I saw UConn, Ohio State. I don't remember who else was there, but I got to see UConn. I got to see that head coach, Gino Auriemma, I think, of the women's team. So that was really cool. I mean, that is a total legend right there. He has how many championships? What, like 19? That's crazy. Oh, Nick Saban retired. What? And then they took this year, man. This year, I'm you know what? As many things that are taken off for me this year, it's like all this other shit. So first, we lose the team here in Seattle, the XFL team. And then Alabama takes our head coach of UW, okay? So either Alabama was taking away the Gators from being able to go to the national championship when I was living in Florida. Now, Alabama is taking away the head coach that I have out here for Alabama. So it's like, where can I go, Alabama, where you're not pissing me off? But that head coach, I forgot his name. It's crazy how fast he
you know, it's nice and warm down at the U, Tonk.
Yeah. Only because it's wintertime. The U-turn. Take the U-turn. I'd be like, skirt. I'd be like the videos. Have you seen the videos where the people are like doing the donuts and they hit somebody and someone goes flying and their pants fall off or they get run over? I'll be whipping it like those videos. So let's see what we got going on. I'm just going to look up sports news. Let's just see. So who is going to root against Jim Harbaugh? Who's going to root against him with me? We got to. because he's still under investigation. I mean, it's blatantly obvious that somebody paid the dude to fly around the country and spy on other teams. So we have to root against Jim Harbaugh. We have to. Got to. It's I hope that he goes. I hope he goes to the Super Bowl and they lose. It sucks because I like Justin Herbert. I like Justin Herbert, and I want Justin Herbert to have a really good head coach. Jim Harbaugh is a really good head coach, but he's also sleazeball. It's like, but at the same time, okay, so if we're going to have somebody that's willing to break the rules in sports, what would you rather choose? Would you rather choose someone who, like, got a DUI or someone who lied on their taxes or somebody who paid someone to fly around the country and spy or somebody who hurt somebody else or tested? Okay, what would you rather have? Someone test positive for steroids or someone flying someone around to spy? Which one's worse? Which one? Because steroids, they have no tolerance for that. Look at Will Greer, the Gators. We ain't never seen that guy since. We don't even know where he is. He's on some team somewhere. Ever since that stuff happened to him in college, when he took, I don't know what it was in 2015, we ain't never seen him again. It's like they ban people, bar people for steroids, but then it's like they're kind of just brushing it under the table. It's I don't get it. Because I want to be held accountable. I've always been held accountable. You know what I'm saying? But, and like, what is going to happen though? Like, so let's say that they figure him to be guilty. Like, they come out with that verdict. What is going to happen? Are they going to fine him? Would they go to like criminal court? Could that be some kind of criminal act where he would be punished financially? Because I mean, what else could they actually do to him besides like try to charge him?
And by the way, Real Greer is with the Chargers, so he's with Jim Harbaugh.
Oh. Yo, you can't make this up, man. How the hell? They're on the same team? Oh my gosh. Oh. That was good right there. That was good. That was good. This year is crazy. But we ain't never gonna hear from Jim Tressel again. He got some tattoos. We ain't never going to hear from him again. He's a coordinator for North Dakota State or something like that. But Jim Harbaugh's here. Jim Harbaugh is here. Who's got it better than them? Not the team they play against. I know that. Just looking for something that's like, what sports news? Because it's like this time of year is just difficult. Like, basketball is on, but there's only one more game of football left. And I was looking so forward to spring ball. I was going to buy season tickets. Trying to support. Trying to say we when I reference Seattle. We want our team back. Maybe we'll get a basketball team here soon, though. So, because the NBA, all they saying is they're going through the rights and distribution and media, and whatever. Obviously, it's going to take a while. But don't worry. We'll just wait. We'll just wait. Let's see.
You don't mind if me and Color join you, do you?
Come on. Hey, sorry I didn't ask y'all to join me.
My bad. It's all good.
So I just looked at that recent comment. Like, what are you talking about? Yo, what's up, Shake? What's up, Color? How y'all doing? Sorry.
That's gotta be that must be the fifth burner. That's Michael K's fifth burner, I think.
Oh, that's his other dude. How many
Probably.
emails? Yo, have you
He's
seen
got
that
like
picture?
20 of them.
Have you seen that picture where it says like my different emails asking for a pic, or like me going to something with a new email, and he has like either a mustache or a pair of sunglasses or like or some kind of thing on his face to show that it's a different, but it's like the same guy.
Right. Like when Peter Griffin kept going in line to get the free sample with a different disguise on.
Yeah. He's got like he does that with all his.
The guy was like, "Sir, we'll give you as many as you want. You don't have to keep coming back in line." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And they zoomed out, and there really is like 50 different Peters.
I love that show. Oh man, that show is so great. Oh, that show is just too much. Turd Slicer said he had me playing the old skin flute. Yeah, I bet he did. You are.
Yeah, Tonk. You can find McFarlane these days. He's been frequenting the Bill Maher show on, I guess, wherever Bill Maher is at these days.
Oh, on HBO.
Yeah, he's kind of been. I've seen a lot of his shows. He has Seth on as his kind of sidekick.
Seth Green.
No,
Oh,
Seth,
yes,
McFarlane, the Family Guy creator, McFarlane.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said with Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, well, McFarlane's been kind of like, it's not every show, but like he has him on quite a bit as like a side co-host. Although Seth Green did do some of the voices in Family Guy.
He still does. He does Chris.
Chris, right?
Yeah, he's Chris.
McFarlane's the creator.
Yeah.
He does the dog too.
He does, yeah. That's his normal voice.
You know, it was Alex Borstein that was doing Cleveland, right?
I don't know who that is.
My friends used to bully me and pinch me in my turd lips.
Yeah. My turd lips. You slid in my turd lips. He reminds me when I used to I shouldn't say it. I'm kind of exposing myself, but let's just say if I ever prank texted somebody, I would say that like I lived down the street and I bought a dime for $9. I would tell people that.
Right. Yeah, don't worry, HP. Everybody used our pool at Lake Worth. We were like the only school in Palm Beach County left with a pool, except maybe Atlantic.
Lake Worth's got a nice pool. It's right there at the corner. It's like
right there, right exactly right on the corner of the road.
Right there at the corner.
That's all changed up now. They removed the 900 building, dude. It's no longer there.
I whatchamacallit, Zippa is in the warm country of Minnesota, right?
Who?
I believe so.
Zippa.
Oh.
Good track, but man, crappy football.
I don't know. Y'all are the ones who know where these people are located. I thought someone was in England the other day.
He said we are warm, actually. Oh damn, I didn't know
Hey,
that.
dude, it was 50. Dude, it was 60 degrees here yesterday and sunny in Seattle in January. It was 60 degrees. It was crazy. Like, look at me. I'm like, look, I don't have the heater on.
I did,
In
and
January in
it's
Seattle, and
60
this is
here, and I
me.
got mine on.
I'm not hanging. See, you know what's funny about out here is that when it gets really hot, people freak out. People freak out. I'm like, it's not that hot. It's only for like one day. And then in Florida, when it gets super cold, people freak out. It's not that cold. It's only for like one day. So I don't know. I can just deal with both. I don't have a comfort zone though. I can just exist. I mean, I could go live in Antarctica if I had to. I could
Your
just
hot is humid though, right? Because of being right there on the ocean and all that. Your hot is
yeah.
humid, right? It's not a dry hot.
It's not. It's kind of both.
Little drier than here, but still kind of moist.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, it's just the heat there makes it so much more humid than the heat here. But yeah, it's not. My hands get dried out a lot faster in the wintertime here than ever in Florida. Ever.
Right.
I've never had such dry hands before. I mean, like, because I didn't pay attention to it at first. Like, I didn't realize that my hands were getting so bad. And then I remember one day, I'm like, oh my gosh, my hands are like killing me. And
Yeah,
it's so because it was so dry. And I just didn't realize it. And it took me a while to,
do y'all have the static electricity warning stickers on your gas pumps?
No, but did I show y'all the thing I carry around? You saw that, right?
I think so.
Yeah, the little thing that discharges me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you showing it to me. Yeah.
I have it on every keychain, dude. I got them all over the house. So that way I'm never without it because it's bad.
Static's really bad in Missouri,
dude,
man.
it's terrifying. I don't go like whenever I see metal, like I'm terrified because like it's not even the shock, it's that noise. That noise that it makes. Oh my god.
And you'd be surprised how many volts that actually is, dude, to be able to see it, hear it.
Oh my god, the noise hurts. It drains me so much. Because it always happens like when I'm not paying attention, so it surprises me and like it just throws me off of like anything I'm thinking of. I have to like start over.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of volts. The only reason we survive it is because the amperage is so low.
Yo, what is up with y'all trying to roast me tonight? Y'all are just mad that
I know, man. G-Man's been going at you pretty hard, dude.
I know.
I don't know why. I don't know what you did to G-Man, bro.
It reminds me of like the roast of Flavor Flav when everybody was making fun of Carrot Top, and when he goes up there, he's like, "What the fuck did I ever do to y'all?" He's like, "Fuck you guys," because everybody was making not everybody made fun of each other, but everybody made besides Flavor. Everybody made fun of Carrot Top, so he's like, "Screw you guys."
Well, coming from a large group of kids in our family, like it was like week to week during the summer, we would all pile on. One of the group, and everybody had their turn throughout the summer. You know, it was like, all right, this week we're piling on Stacy. You know, or today it's my turn. It's like we all gang up on one of them.
Next week we're piling on Michael Case.
Isn't Michael K turd slicer?
I think so.
He's about to be.
See, he made a mistake in talking about an STD with both accounts, so that's how I knew it was him right away.
It's like, yeah, dude, we know it's you because you made the same joke.
Right. Like you got to switch topics, man. You're like, you got to do a 360, man.
It's like he's got some other account. He's like, screw high bar.
Well, if I talk about this one instead of that one, no, bro, you got to like
I hate your shampoo.
Yeah. Right. Like if he started joking with you about your green products, right? You'd know right away it was him.
Man. Ooh, I do want to show you that thing.
That's why Turd Slicer ain't talking anymore. He's switching back to one of his other burners. And now his phone is malfunctioning.
All right, so look. All right, so are y'all familiar with these things? Those water filters?
Yeah, I was using them for a long time. Yeah.
These
Green
here.
ones. See, the problem with green products, Tonk, is that when you're using a green screen, they disappear. I'm kidding. We saw it.
Oh, speaking of Turd Slicer.
Nice. It looks like a cell phone antenna.
This thing comes like, so when you buy this online, it's called Fil2R.
Uh-huh.
Fil2R.
Fil2R?
Yeah, FIL2R.
The number 2 and the letter R.
Yeah.
Hey, Shake, we can hear your background.
Like, it comes with a little holster like this, and then you put the little pod inside of it.
Right,
right. And I love it, dude. I use it. I'm like, oh man, I use it all the time. It's so much better because I used to go refill the jug. I have my same jugs, dude, I've had since 2008. I've been using.
So what makes it green? What are they using as a filter that makes it different than the others?
It's biodegradable. There's no plastic.
There's some charcoal in there.
Yeah, it lasts for about 2 months, and this is 100% biodegradable. Like, you could throw it in the yard and it'll degrade.
Right, the container is not some piece of shiny plastic. Right.
And neither is the wrapping. Like, this is all biodegradable. So, I've only used one so far, but I'm never going back. I'm gonna always just buy these. It was like $10 for these two things.
Oh, they're cheaper too, then. Yeah,
that's super cheap. And I really like it. Like, I really enjoy it because, like, man, like, lugging around all that freaking water is just like,
and they're bad for you if you don't change them out regularly. So they get kind of expensive.
Well, I cleaned them. I used to clean them.
Right. But you know what I mean, though. Like, you know what I mean, though. The cost of them ends up making them dangerous for people to use because people get lazy and don't change them out because they're expensive. Next thing you know, you're drinking freaking 9-month-old water.
I went and bought ones that are like, they're a better type of plastic that you don't need to change out.
Well, you said they were cheaper too, like $10 a pop. That ain't bad, you know.
Oh, these, yes.
Yeah, the other ones are like 15 for one, man. You know, you might get a deal. You get like $24 for 2 or something.
Yeah, this is super cheap, and it came quick. I ordered it off it like Instagram, and it came in like 2 days. And it was free shipping in the country. Yeah, it was free shipping in the in United States.
Especially since shit from Instagram usually takes like 3 months to get. You know?
Dude, it took 2 days. I was like, honestly, it would have took me longer to go take my 5 jugs and fill them up and come back here. Like, as far as when I was going to make myself time to do it, than it did just to order this. And I was like, and plus, this is more sustainable because I don't know. It's just way better.
I still haven't gotten that 1977 is the best year in history shirt that I fucking ordered, man.
Was that when you were born?
No. Yeah, you know how it is. Like the algorithm puts those ads on Facebook where it's like,
I bought like an electric
year.
I bought an electric like motorcycle, and it never came.
Right. Nice.
Like 3 years ago, and I talked to the people on the email. I think I paid $100, but like we went back and forth and this and that.
You notice Twitter's flagging those now, telling everybody they're marketing scams, basically.
Well, some of the stuff I did, and because it was during COVID, when I started buying stuff like that, because I was so bored. And because like even national parks and stuff were closed, so like there was nothing.
I would have found something to sell you.
And and some of the stuff I did buy, a lot of the stuff I got is only that one thing that never came, but it's $100, so it is what it is. You know, I wouldn't have spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I only bought it because it was $100, and I was like, well, if I get screwed over,
you mean to tell me 1977 wasn't really the best year in history?
No, because Slamerican was founded 2 years later.
1977, really? Oh, 1980. Yeah, 1980. It was refounded. Yeah.
1979.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like
yeah.
a box Chevy. 1979. 1979.
It is the
Fortnite
best
forever.
year of the Firebird, bro. 78, 79, 80. That is the best Firebird years.
Pontiac.
Yeah.
They
All
don't
the way
make
up
them
to
like
82. Like
they
that
don't make them
Rocky.
like they used to.
Yeah, that Rocky style Trans Am. That's what I'm talking about right there, man.
Give me 1 second.
So what's funny, Shake, is Shake just left. That's why it was on my mind. But Tonk, what's funny is your Gators thing is bleeding through the green screen thing, right?
Yeah.
But it looks like it's draped on your couch anyway.
Yeah, it looks like it's part
right.
it like looks like it's part of the background.
Right.
Yeah, my place is a complete mess right now. I've had a very tumultuous year so far, so I can't show the background of my house right now.
The piano looks good, and you just got your blanket over there on the couch. Everything else looks good.
Yeah.
Your ceiling is nice and clean.
Well, my ceiling is clean where I am anyways, but
I like the lighting you got there behind you, too.
We are in the dog days of sports. No football. It's just how crazy. It's like how boring, how fast and boring it gets once there's like no football.
Right. Super Bowl's already going to be boring, and it's 2 weeks away.
I wonder who's going to win this time.
I mean, the whole world is going to be rooting for the 49ers.
Why? Because it's against Taylor Swift?
Just because I think people get tired of the same team. I don't even really think it's Taylor Swift. I just think it's people like to root against the dynasty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In other words, they're one of 32 teams, you know, and they've been the ones that have been beating everybody. So, like, I think the majority of NFL fans at large probably are going to be rooting for the Niners.
Yeah, I can't wait for that day where the Dolphins are the headed team like the Chiefs are. You know what I mean?
Right. You'll have a certain amount of NFL fans at large that'll be like, I'm rooting for the Chiefs because they're just the best in respect. You know what I mean? But nah, I want to see them lose. I'm tired of them.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes and his little bitch ass. runs like he's 4 years old, man.
Dude, Travis Kelce has more catches. Dude, Travis Kelce has more catches in the playoffs than freaking Jerry Rice, dude. Damn. Just that is insane. That's crazy, dude. But there's only one way to pass records like that is to always be in the playoffs. That's why I was saying earlier, it's like Brady has most of Brady's records are all in the playoffs, but how much longer are they going to be Brady's records? It's going to be Mahomes' records soon. It's a couple more seasons of him being in the playoffs. He's going to start beating Tom Brady's records.
I also think that the 49ers are built, the way they're built to win is a lot like the way we're built. And they'll start struggling out the gate, and Mahomes will have 24 points on them before they even know it. You know? That's how I feel it's going to go. But
I think it's going to be a really good game.
I'd like to believe that. That's how I'm sticking with you on that, hoping for the best. Because if the 49ers show up and they execute, it's just like evaluating our team, bro. I say the same thing. If the 49ers show up and execute that West Coast system, then it's going to be a great game. You know?
Yeah.
It should be an excellent game.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But it could go where, like, they can't get out of their own way, and all of a sudden,
it's going to be slow scoring at first, and then by the end they'll be like 20-20 or 24-24 or something like that.
Right.
I think it's going to because I think it's going to be so much of the games that we just
whichever defense gets tired of defending the West Coast first, You know, that's pretty much what it's going to be.
It's in Vegas.
And then you got Mahomes with on top of the West Coast system that has the ability to extend that system to whatever you want to call it that he does.
You know,
what I mean?
Vegas is, and I don't like to say it, but it's probably one of the worst cities to have a sports event like that in, because how I had to learn the hardest of ways the last time I went to Vegas, because where my hotel was compared to where the airport was, the Vegas Strip was in between. And trying to get from point A to point B through the Vegas Strip is like, it's a nightmare. And when I went to go get my rental car, I waited in line for 2 hours. And this was not, and there was a sports event going on that weekend that I was there. And it's like, that place was overrun with, they don't have enough public transit there. It's just like, they are not suited to fit a Super Bowl. Like, it's going to be, I can only imagine what the traffic is going to be like there. It took me, when I got there in June, to go from the airport to my hotel room on the bus, took 3 hours to go 2 miles or like 3 miles. It was insane. It was like some of the most frustrating traffic I've ever dealt with. And that city is not like, man, that's not going to be a fun Super Bowl to drive around in, but whatever. They're going to find out, because that place is not suited. It was crazy. I was like, I've never seen anything like it, but they're going to find out real quick. That game's going to be good though. Like, are we seeing are we seeing what we're seeing with Mahomes? Are we going to see that with Brock Purdy? Like, is he going to start tearing it up like Patrick Mahomes?
I mean, he's got some skills as far
I
as
mean, literally, it could be them. It could be both those teams every season in the Super Bowl.
Right.
No, it can't.
Brock Purdy does show that.
Look at the Lakers.
He does show that will to not give up on a play, you know.
I mean, look at the Lakers and the Celtics. Like, they were meeting each other all the time in the finals. That like, it's the way Kyle Shanahan, the way he has built that team. The way he has built that team is incredible. And
the Cowboys and the Steelers met a few times.
Yeah. And then with the bad boy Pistons going up against the Celtics and the Lakers. CJ Stroud. I mean, hey, they lost, but you can't say that CJ Stroud didn't have an incredible rookie season and that team had an incredible year. You know, not everybody can win, but yeah, it's in the hire of Antonio Brown.
Mm-hmm. And
Antonio Gates.
And what's funny is, listen, a lot of people talk about how it was great what CJ Stroud did, but at the end of the day, if it wasn't for the Jaguars collapsing, CJ Stroud wouldn't have been able to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, their collapse. Yeah. Well, I think it would have been a little bit more competitive. That was really sad to see the fall of the Jaguars this season. I don't know how much it had to do with their quarterback. I hope he's okay, because it seemed like ever since he had an injury that they weren't really doing that well. So hopefully he can come back, because it was exciting to see them doing well. Doug Peterson and I liked what Michigan did, hiring the head coach that they hired. I don't know how much he had to do with Jim Harbaugh cheating, and then Who we got? Did the Patriots? They hired their defensive coordinator, right? To be the head coach.
Oh no, they hired their linebackers coach.
No, the linebackers coach. That was it. Yeah, and Bill Belichick. I don't know. I think he should sit out a year. Let things happen for a season, and then come back. I mean, plus, it's like, what is like? Is he that much in a rush to go to another team? Like, dude, take a year off. I don't know. It's like even Nick Saban knows when to, throw in the towel, dude. Like, what more does he need to do? I mean, Phil Jackson had a second run, but I don't know. I think football is harder to do than basketball.
Well, to your point, Phil Jackson, when he had a second run, he had at least a couple of years off before he went back at it.
Right. It was, yeah. And same with Miami and Lakers head coach, Showtime Lakers, Pat Riley.
Pat Riley, yeah. As a matter of fact, yeah, he took a year off, then went to the Lakers. And then
Jimmy
took
Johnson,
another couple of years off, and then
Pete Carroll. It's it's like, dude, like nobody is. It's I want him to land somewhere where he's going to do well. You know what I mean? I think like he had all those interviews with Atlanta and it didn't go well. It's like, dude, just take a time off, man. Like there's plenty of other stuff to do. I don't know. But that was crazy to hear Nick Saban.
Plus, look, here's the other kicker. The Patriots gave him an extension, a 1-year extension. So that means next year, if he does sit out, the Patriots are going to be paying him. So he's going to get paid to sit on his ass next year.
Yeah, but he ain't. Bill Belichick ain't concerned about money. That's not the.
Yeah, but I'm saying though that should be an incentive to get paid. You're getting paid to sit on your ass. That's why Vic Fangio. I think Vic Fangio took the year off too, because remember, Denver was paying him as well for that year he had off before he became a consultant.
Yeah, I mean,
because if you get another coaching gig, you get the Patriots don't have to pay you anymore.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, dude, there's no way that guy is concerned about money. It's not that. I don't think that's. I mean, of course, he's got to get paid to be a head coach somewhere, but it's like I don't think he's going around because he's living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, even I can take time off. It's like if anyone can take time off, it's Belichick. But yeah, it's like how much did the transfer portal have to do with Nick Saban retiring? I think it had something significantly to do. And now who was it? Deion Sanders just made a statement saying he wishes NCAA would get rid of that rule, that allowance of players to just go wherever they want, whenever they want. We'll see how much longer that, is that going to be the way it is? I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you look at Florida State, I think Willie Norval, he took advantage of it, because if you look at his draft class, his recruiting classes aren't that great, but his transfer portals are better, because look, you could have most of these recruits, like these 2025 recruits, 2024 recruits, you're not going to see them for like maybe 2-3 years if they're going to be, blossom, and for like the first 2 years, you know what I mean? So if you get like a 2025 class, right, your 2025 class ain't going to really, do well until 2027. So with that being said, it's easier to see a kid, let's say from Nantucket, a wide receiver from Nantucket, and see, oh man, look, he did good in the college level, and say, listen, you want to come to a big program? It's your best way to go get to the NFL. So the transfer portal is going to be game changer, because you get to see how those kids look like against in college in the next level. You know what I mean?
Well, because they can become a starter faster.
Yeah.
I like it because it
It's
just
like free
gives more
agency.
opportunity. It gives more opportunity. We're going to see a lot more one and done players. I think right now, since it's still in its infant stage, I mean, what is it? 2 seasons we've had now of NIL? Was that 2 seasons of NIL now? I think it was 2. So this
Yeah.
might be the 3rd season.
Yeah.
So it's crazy and it's been hectic, but I think it's eventually going to calm down a little bit, or maybe it won't. It might even get even crazier, but I don't know. It might. I think it gives more power to the players instead of the coaches. We're going to find out if that's a good thing or not. I think it might take a little bit longer than 2 seasons, but how new this was and how infant it is and its establishment, it's just going to take a little bit for things to even out. And it's going to be a wild ride, but hey, that just trains, I mean, you just got to work. You just got to know how to work the system, and, you're going to be able to do it. I mean, so Kirby Smart, the last 2 seasons he won. So one of those seasons was NIL, and one of the seasons wasn't NIL, I guess. But he kept that same quarterback. So, if he can do it, other coaches can do it. If it is what it is, and so we might as well just do the best you can. So, yeah, it's but I still want to listen to what Dion has to say, and try to look at, from his angle, just to be fair, and have those conversations. And it might even make it better once we have more playoff teams. I don't know if we need 12, but I think that since we have that larger number now of teams that can get into the playoffs, it's not going to make it so impactful, this transfer portal, because there's more opportunity for teams to get in. So if the top 2 teams that got all the best transfers, that doesn't mean they're going to win, because you have all these other teams that have opportunity now. So I think that's going to help a lot. I think that might help a lot with how coaches feel with this, because they have more opportunity to get in now. I mean, 12 teams, that's a lot. You're going to have your conference championship, so that's 5 or 6, because now you can start putting in more conference championships. And you're going to have all the conference championships, so that's 5 or 6 teams, maybe half the amount. And then the best runner-ups may be some of the failure teams, the teams that didn't win the conference championship, or other teams that went undefeated. There might have been, or a team that just didn't get to play in the conference championship. Like, who was it that didn't get to play? That was a really good team. There's teams that don't get to play. They only have 1 loss, but they didn't get to play because the team they lost to. So it's going to shake it up, and it's going to, then we're really going to see.
Florida State didn't get to play with no losses.
Right. And they were a conference champion. Like this, if the 12-team system was here this year, they would have made it in. There's no way that they wouldn't have let them in for 12 teams. Because what did they get dropped to? 5, 6?
Yeah, around 6. That. Yeah, about 5 or 4, I believe.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's frustrating because we don't know what it could have been. But I forgot what their bowl game looked like. Did they do really good in their bowl game?
It's like it was a bunch of backups versus a bunch of starters. You know what I'm saying? So,
and you were talking about that in our group chat. I think wasn't that you, Shake, that was mentioning that you have because the other bowl games that are losing their strength and importance. So players aren't opting in anymore; they're opting out.
Yeah, it's like a preseason. Yeah. I was saying how it's like a preseason game.
Oh, now. It's like a preseason game, but but that's going to eventually iron itself out because it's just it will. I believe 100% the opportunities are going to arise that's going to change that. I think the 12-team system will, and I think just time will. I think that, like I said, this is so infant and this is so new. It's crazy, but there's going to be some good things that come out of this. I feel confident about it. And I think it's going to give other teams opportunity, like North Dakota, like these teams that we never really hear from. They might get an opportunity to break in. So, we'll see. And then, or is it going to be what you said, they have these backups? But, I'd rather see everything that can happen than miss out, because we're not missing out on anything now, right? We're not missing out. Yes, there was teams that missed out on the playoffs, but we're missing out less, I believe, now. Just with these rules and these implementations have happened, and I think it's about time. So college football is crazy, but it's fun to watch. And we're all still fans, right? We're all still hardcore fans. We're not going to stop being hardcore fans. So we have that too. Just trying to look at just see if anything, like, because this is what I kind of used to do before. I would like look up sports news and see if I could find any topics and stuff. But it gets difficult because I can't just talk about everything I read on here. I want to have some good input.
Talk about it all, man. So what you just happened to grab the shirt, or is there any particular reason you decided to honor the alma mater there?
Because I wanted to wear a red hat. I was like, what red shirt can I wear with the red hat that I haven't worn?
What better than the best logo in high school football?
L-Dub, baby.
And the best colors, maroon and white.
Oh, it's such a pain because I have like this camera outside where I live that's really super sensitive. So it like turns on if there's any motion and like all the wind and stuff. It's like constantly set my camera off. But it just means it's working, right? It just means it's working. If it makes me look over because the light turns on, it just means it's working. It's working.
Steve is requesting some piano, bro. You gonna go play the piano for us, man? Almost. Oh, there it is. Don don don. Don 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 don. Don 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 don. Don 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 don. Don 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 don. Playing a little O Fortuna there, aren't you, Tonk?
I can't, it's hard. It's hard pianos because you got to stretch your, like when someone was trying to teach me piano, the first time they went like this, I'm like, all right, I can't do this. Okay, I'm not trying to be like this on the piano board.
Right.
I was just like, no, I'm good.
I got really long fingers. I can't do it. And people would think, oh, wouldn't you want long fingers for piano? Well, to a point, but they can't be so long that they're hard to lift off the keys and move over to the other key. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do it quick enough.
You got like those hands from
my hands are made to catch a football.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I got like big spiderweb hands.
It's good for water.
Like basketball hands.
It's good for water retention. Yeah. So 2024.
Is Shake snoring on us?
Hey, fellas, can you guys hear me now?
What's up, Crypto?
What's up, man?
I had to go through endless security breaches through Google just to get back signed in the StreamYard. I had to go get an interview with the CIA and the DEA and all the high tech bosses. I'm like, man, I don't. I gotta re-verify my account.
Did you wear your dress?
I didn't have to wear anything. I
Like
would have
Michael
came in
K.
my birthday suit.
Yeah, like Michael K.
Michael K. What happened with Michael K?
Turd
I
lips.
missed out on the excitement.
What was it? What did he say? He had turd lips.
I missed out on the excitement.
Turd slicer. It was turd slicer.
Oh,
I think he said turd lips too.
Yeah, he must have got bored. He didn't come back with another burner.
Man. Yeah, it sounds like the Gators recruiting class.
What, crickets?
Something like that.
So Tennessee is under investigation for NIL infringements. I think that word is.
Yeah, it'd be infringement. But well, they everybody's gonna exploit the money making rule.
So I hear there's supposed to be a double cicada harvest this time around in the Midwest.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It hadn't been 17 years yet.
We haven't.
Why
we
so
don't have
soon?
those
13 years. I thought it was
We don't
13
have
years. You don't have them in Seattle?
Well, the originals
No.
are 17. Oh, that's
And
the
isn't it like
constant
just the
difference.
one region of the country? Isn't it from like Florida to Washington D.C. and like that's
Pretty
it?
much the Midwest. We don't get them really bad down
the
here.
Midwest and the Appalachia.
But man, it
Appalachia.
is in Missouri.
Oh,
bro,
the Appalachians. Okay, yes.
oh
that
my
makes
God,
sense.
bro! In Missouri, you will literally want to put a bullet.
Too.
You will want to commit suicide, dude. That noise is so it just drives into your head. For just the whole summer, bro, every day, man.
They louder than crickets.
I've never seen them,
they
but
way
I remember,
louder than crickets.
I remember like growing up in Florida when you would see where they would
the carcass, yeah,
where they would shed. Well, it was they shed,
right?
And I just see that on the tree.
Yeah, and you
and
get them down here, and they get
holes.
We would get them down here, and they get loud, but like in Missouri, it's like constant every second of the day, dude, and it doesn't stop. All freaking day, dude. Oh my God.
Just bring out some firecrackers.
Yeah, I mean, dude, nothing stops it, man. It even goes into the night, bro. God, man.
Nice.
It's like one of the worst places to live. I don't know why anybody lives
because
in
Missouri is so flat that like noise probably travels really far easily there.
Well, it's not. It's hilly, but
yeah, it is hilly.
Yeah, it's actually technically the term is mountainous, but that's only because they're leveled off mountains. The mountains are so old that they look like hills now. The Ozark Mountains, that would be the mountain chain.
The Ozarks, Lake of the Ozarks.
Right, and the mountains are so old that they're like hills. So we say they're the hills of Missouri, but they're actually a mountain range.
So there's something that's older than dirt?
Yeah, pretty much. It is pretty much older than the dirt there in Missouri, yeah, because the mountain would have had to come up first, and then the dirt would coat it, yeah.
Oh, all right. Well,
plus you got right down there in New Madrid, you got the big old hole that's right there in the tectonic plate that could cause a earthquake that could destroy everything in the world. You know what I mean? That kind of earthquake. It'll never happen, but if it does, it's bad for everybody. It's like the super volcano at Yellowstone. The New Madrid fault.
Is that the one they said in the Book of Revelations? Split the Euphrates down the middle and freaking the mountains are flattened.
That'll be the new Euphrates. We'll all die, and then the new civilization will be born out of there, and everything will
out of
shift
there.
to the west.
Yep, it'll be split. All the mountaintops will be flattened.
But it is
The
kind of
sun will
crazy
be
if you look
stricken
at the
with
tectonic.
darkness.
If you look at the plate maps, it's actually just like a hole right in the middle of the North American plate.
Oh yeah, people swim between that.
Between what? The plates?
The North American and the English plate.
Oh yeah,
not England, but like that continent.
Yeah, I think we're getting
It's
further
real
away
far
from them.
north. I don't know where it is.
Yeah,
But
the Atlantic has seafloor spreading, so we're actually getting further away from them by like a quarter inch every year or something.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we're getting further away from them. Good.
And I mean, if you think about it, even if it's a quarter inch in our lifetime, dude, that's like 5 inches. It's moved. We're further away from England now, man. Like, talk about manifest destiny, bro. We were always destined to get away from them. We're floating away from them.
We're growing. How to show it?
Yeah.
And now we're
interesting little fun fact about our world. You know, the only place on Earth where you can cross back into time in less than 1 hour, and that's in Alaska. There's a little small island. One part of it belongs to the Russians, and one part belongs to the USA. In the winter, that water freezes over. That 2-mile water, you can literally walk across from Russia to the United States when that water freezes over. And that part of the world happens to be the international date line. So you literally, it could be Sunday and you could walk back into Saturday and repeat the entire day in less than 1 hour.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. You could actually have 2 New Year's celebrations. You know, all you have to do is just walk back over and catch the boat back over and repeat the same day again.
Let's make sure you don't have your vape pen pod with you.
Right. Otherwise, you find yourself in a Russian jail somewhere for like trying to traffic. Yeah, you know.
Exactly right.
You'll be on
Make
the next
sure you get the vape on the other side.
You'll be on the next episode of Locked Up Abroad.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Alaska doesn't have. I'm pretty sure Alaska doesn't have recreational marijuana.
Oh, they might.
Even.
They might have it in certain ounces. Yeah,
I know they're licensed, bro.
No, dude, they don't even allow alcohol in a lot of places up there.
Oh, Alaska.
Bro, Alaska's
licensed, that's one of the islands, though.
I'm telling you, Alaska is at least licensed, dude.
I think they got a certain amount. I think they're legal up to a certain amount.
Yeah, they're legal, bro. They were one of the first 12 states that went legal. So
you could party in Russia, say "F you" to the Russians. They go walk over across the bridge, the land bridge, and say, "I'm going to spend this whole day over again." So you have a 48-hour day, basically.
Yeah, it was quite surprising, Tonk. It was quite surprising because they're kind of like a conservative state. You know what I mean?
I can get a little stoned. I can get a little stoned on my way to Canada. I can go in Canada, get a little stoned on my way to Alaska. Go into Alaska and get a little stoned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everybody must get stoned.
Dolphin Don, what's up, Dolphin Don?
Or I can drive all the way down to Cali too and do the same thing.
Or you can stay where you're at. I mean, don't you all have it there too?
Yeah.
Staycation, Tonk. Yeah, little smoking staycation.
Who says I'm not already doing that?
No, I'm not. I just.
That's why I got the background hidden.
That's why if I'm on the Russian side, I'm making sure I'm getting over the United States side.
There is pipe dream plans to like create a bullet train across the Bering Strait.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get one.
Let's transcontinental travel.
Let's get one from
Eurasia
first. Let's get one from
North America.
Right, Tonk.
Let's have Rick Scott get one in from Tampa to Florida first.
Right, we got it from Orlando to the south, but the problem is it keeps running over cars everywhere, bro.
Look, if you don't know how to get out of the way of something that goes in a straight line, there's nothing we can do about it.
Dude, we just had another one a couple days
Okay?
ago, man, in
Look,
Vero.
Trains should have the right of way.
Let's just say that my arms are a little wider. Don't stand here, okay? Don't stand here, and you won't get hit by the train. Stand over here.
There's people turning their
stand over
backs
here,
at trains and stuff.
and you won't get hit by a train. There's only one way to get hit by a train, and that's stand directly in front of it.
Or unless the train derails.
Bro, they had one that
That's a whole different thing.
Tonk, they had one that hit a car. They hit a car and it flung the car off into somebody's backyard, dude.
I don't know. It's like some things are so easy to never do in life, so easy, and people find ways to do it. Like, I don't know. And a friend of mine said this. He said it's always white people that get hit by trains, and it is.
Right.
It is. And I just saw a video the other day of this chick running across railroad tracks, and she almost got hit by the train. I took a screenshot and I sent it to my friend. I said, "Dude, remember like 25 years ago?" You said that it's only white people.
That's because we're some impatient, privileged motherfuckers. That's why. Fuck this train. What a fucking train? Get out the fucking way.
Yeah,
train.
it's like, yeah, I'm not waiting here.
Damn it.
I'm not waiting here.
I'm 90 years old and I'm white. Get the fuck out of my way, train.
I mean, it's like the things coming in a straight line, and you still can't figure out how to get the hell out of the way. Dude, on average, a train conductor on average kills 3 people in his life in their lifetime. Wow. 3. Look, I found this out because I was testing a bunch of multi-family projects.
3 people. That's a lot.
Yeah, but is that one drunk killing like 10 people, or is that each person killing 3?
Listen, I met a train conductor, and I was in his house doing a bunch of testing, so I was there for hours, so I got to talk to him. And he said that, like, Florida has one of the worst rail track systems in the entire country. It's one of the worst. And he said that on average, you will kill 3 people because there's people that walk on the tracks with their headphones on and don't listen for the train coming, people that use it to kill themselves, and then people that are just stupid and in the way, similar to the person. But he said, yeah, that guy himself has killed like people with there's because at some points there's nothing you can do, even if you hit the brakes and stuff. Like if someone is that close to you, like there's nothing you can do. So you like the person's going to get killed and hit. And like it's part of it. I guess it's part of the contract.
It takes them several miles just to start braking.
Yeah, exactly. So like
they start braking a mile away. Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. So like, I don't know what kind of toll it takes on somebody, but they probably know hand before becoming an actual conductor that, yeah, you're probably going to run somebody over, but it's not your fault. So it's a very interesting thing.
Would anybody blame them if they like walked away, like turned around and walked away for a minute before that happened? Like if you see it coming, I'd be like,
"Oh yeah, I know,
time. I'm going to have a cigarette, Jim."
Well, think about the situations where like a cow gets stuck in the railroad tracks or something gets stuck on accident, completely on accident, and someone is trying to like save the animal. It's like, can you imagine? Like it's. I don't know. I am just. I am.
Well, there's a reason they have cow catchers on the front of trains.
Oh gosh, I know, but oh man, dude.
I don't know why they call them catchers. They're more like flingers. They're supposed to fling the cow off the track.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's when he told me that, I was like, that is insane. But it makes a lot of sense because, I mean, how many railroad tracks do we have in this country? We have a lot, and people are just I mean, that's what happened to my uncle. My uncle was playing on a train in West Palm Beach. He fell off, and the train ran him over, cut off his arm and cut off his leg, and ran over like half his body.
Damn,
it's crazy. Yeah, dude. My uncle, my mom's brother.
Yeah, that's brutal.
So is he all right?
Man, it's a bad day for him.
He died years later from
Oh.
another accident.
Well,
but
you heard about the man that got his whole left side cut off, right? He's all right.
Right.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's right, Color.
Damn, Color been saving that one. He been saving that one.
No,
Color,
that's from high
dude,
school.
you had that shit.
I
You had
wrapped that one
shit
up in high
here.
school.
Color
Yeah.
just went like this. Oh yes, it's time.
I put that booger under my hat back in high school, man. I'm like, I'm gonna use this someday.
He's like the guy in what was it?
Like
not
you
another
gotta pull it
movie.
out.
Not another teen movie where he was waiting to be the guy who does like the clapping at the end of something. That was Color.
Right.
He had that joke. He was like, "Oh, this is it, guys. This is my moment."
I know, right? Damn, 30-some years, man. It took. Jeez. Hey, Helen, I got to use that joke.
She's like, "What? What? The one with the person who got ran over?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy about his whole left side got cut off. Yeah, that one.
You remember the
Right.
one with the thing? You remember that joke I was telling you? Sorry, our conversation got derailed.
Like that guy named Bob in the ocean.
Didn't know how much of an impact.
No arms and no legs, floating in the ocean. Just call him Bob.
You can still swim with arms. I mean, probably a majority of people swim only with their arms. So he'll look like Lieutenant Dan. Lieutenant Dan was able to swim home.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love you, Lieutenant Dan. All right. I think I've had enough.
Jokes aside.
Hey, did you guys know that the guy that's standing in front of you is the guy that's standing the furthest away behind you?
Is this another time zone joke? Is this another round Earth joke?
It's like crypto.
It's exactly it, Color. It's the round Earth theory. Exactly. The guy standing in front of you is the furthest guy standing behind you.
That says the Earth is a globe, not round.
Well, right. Spherical.
Yeah, because you're not saying the Earth is flat with that joke. You're saying the Earth is a globe.
Right. Spherical-ish.
It's a sphere.
Not quite a sphere, but
we don't live on a frisbee.
Right. Mm-hmm. There's no
ice wall. There might be an ice wall. I'm not going to say there isn't an ice wall.
There's no 9-country treaty to keep people from going to Alaska. I mean, going to Antarctica.
No, there's
none of that.
Yeah, you can go there.
There's actually an observatory. You could become a scientist and get a license to go to that damn observatory. Like,
well, that's why I want to go to South America, because it's the closest to Antarctica.
Yeah, it's like the southern tip.
But imagine, like,
they have a boat. They have a tour boat that takes you there and lets you get out and walk for like 15 minutes, and then that's all you can stand as a human. So they leave.
Yeah, I know, but that would be really cool.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
I think they floated out of the southern Africa or something, bro. They take you down there, you get out for like 10 or 15 minutes, they get back in the cruise ship and leave.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, South America is the closest continent.
It's South America, yeah. It's somewhere off, like down there where they run a tour boat out of.
I mean, you might even be able to see it if you're close. You know what I mean? From you
Chile.
might be able to see. Like, you may be able to see Antarctica and South America, like, if you get close.
I don't know if it's that close. It seems like
that would be crazy.
But I don't know if it is. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's Chile. Chile is the closest tip.
Chile.
Yeah, Chile.
That's
where Patagonia is. That's where Patagonia is.
Right. And Galapagos is down that way too, ain't it?
I don't think so. Well, it might be. I don't know.
I think Galapagos is under Chilean jurisdiction.
Other than the seagulls and the fish, The only
A friend of
wildlife is
mine,
really just the penguins and the freaking albatross. That's it.
And the
yeah, there's no,
iguanas.
yeah.
Don't forget about the iguanas.
Um,
I don't know if iguanas will
a friend of mine
survive.
just went to Costa Rica,
I'm
and
talking
they
about
said it was
Antarctica.
Oh, I got you.
there's just scientists and penguins down there. Have you
Right.
seen that
Yeah.
that video of like that iceberg yacht and all the penguins are on it?
No, it's hilarious though.
It was like this big iceberg, but it looked like a boat, and it had like a little pool in the middle of it, and like all the penguins were on it, and it's like the iceberg is like cruising around, and all the penguins are like hanging out on it.
So
And
it's like that movie Rapa Nui, where like half the tribe gets on a big floating iceberg and leaves, and like,
well,
like,
dude,
we're all
that's how
going
like
over here now.
that's how species moved around. Like, think about it like this: a whole bunch of lizards were living in the top of a palm tree, and a hurricane comes, knocks the palm tree in the water, and then the palm tree floats, and like the lizards, they have enough whatever's there to support them for a certain amount of time. They make it to another island or something, and now they're inhabited there.
Mm.
So it's like that's a lot of times how animals moved around was like they were on something that was going between continents. They just happened to be on it.
I mean, what if some reptilian eggs get frozen in one of those icebergs and floats around? That's how species moves around too.
Yeah, exactly. Dude,
Like,
have you seen that Greenland shark?
How did the iguanas get to the Galapagos?
There's
bro?
a 500-year-old Greenland shark right now. 500 years old. That thing,
Wow.
dude, literally, Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean, and that thing was living.
I know, right?
That's insane, dude.
That shark was an infant. That shark was a little nurse-sized shark.
But
You know
it's
what I
like,
mean? When Christopher Columbus floated by.
Imagine living 500 years in the ocean. How terrifying that would be.
Right.
There's no way that something
That's a
hasn't
long
tried
time.
to eat that thing. You know how many times there's no way something hasn't tried to attack it or kill it or eat it in 500 years? Oh my God.
Well, remember, Tonk, when something gets that old, there can only be one.
I
Right.
guess
He's
so,
the
but it's like
Highlander
the
shark.
shark looks like the most harmless thing. It's like this thing ain't hurt. But
He's
I
the
think it's
Highlander
where it's
shark.
located. There's just not much going on up there in that part of the world in the
Right.
ocean. It's so cold that and like the things that live in cold and like super cold environments like that. I mean, I know killer whales go up there, but
Right. I mean, effectively, 250 of that 500 years was completely dormant activity. You know what I mean? Like,
it's
to be
just
real.
chilling. It's just chilling at the bottom.
Right.
Literally.
It's just
All
so much
covered in
ocean
mud.
out there.
Right. Covered in mud, to keep yourself warm.
Just chilling.
You imagine 3/4 of the freaking globe is covered with water, and you think about all the landmass seems a lot, but compared to the oceans, it's like nothing compared
That's
to
what I
the
mean.
ocean.
It's like, yeah.
Wow, it's like a blip on the radar. That's crazy. But they did plot one continuous straight line that you can go to on Earth without hitting the landmass. I think they said somewhere in England, Finland, somewhere where you can go in a complete straight continuous line around the globe without going and having any contact with land. And you'll end up in something like in Auckland, Australia, or somewhere. It's crazy how they did it.
Where are you starting from?
You're starting in England, and if you go straight, but if you continue in a continuous straight line, you will miss all the landmass on Earth.
Oh, so they're going like straight southwest.
Yeah,
England.
something like that. Yeah. And the way they plotted it is like, because the globe being a sphere,
but are they using the Panama Canal?
They're not using any canals. They're just going straight.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, they just going straight. They're not even going to do any canals at all. Matter of fact, they're east of the canal when they're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
They'll
they're
go
going in and they'll end up on the other side. I'm like, wow. Yeah, you go one continuous line. without hitting any
Until
landmass.
until
Yeah.
they go through the
Can you
Bermuda
imagine
Triangle
being
and
on that ship? Right. Yeah. Shit disappearing in the Bermuda. Can you imagine being on that boat ride? It's a long ride.
All
And
right, well,
they don't use the portal in the triangle, huh? They
no, they use the
Yeah.
they use the
Deep
the
space
Gulf, they
portal.
use the Gulf Stream.
right.
The Gulf Stream. Yeah.
So are you exhausted of material, Tonk? Because Shake is sleeping, so I'm probably gonna have to
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
good.
have to run the
Shake is asleep.
controls.
I think the Gators put him to sleep. You're watching too many poor highlights.
Any final words for
He's
the
watching.
audience other than
He's
buy this
watching.
flag?
He's watching recruitment tapes of Billy Napier.
Yeah, and Tim Tebow. He's watching old Tim Tebow highlights.
And remember, everybody, do your
He's
homework.
watching every game from 2007.
Make sure y'all do your homework. Don't listen to the TV. And,
Thank you, everyone, for listening tonight, commenting. Very interesting episode. I hope I'll see y'all soon. I'm very busy, so it might be sporadic that we have this show specifically, but when I can make it, I'm gonna make it. So I just want y'all to know that. And thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. Peace out.